Party people, you know what time it is. It's Movement Mentality Podcast time. You know who I am. I'm your host, Missy Bunch, and this episode was, I guess the word is triggered. This episode is triggered or inspired, I should say. That's a better word. Inspired by a comment that I got inside of my business coaching group. So I'm in my third year of business coaching my peers, my colleagues, my friends on how to create online products, how to launch them, how to run an online business, and all of the things that go into that. The first time I ran it, it was 10 months long. The second time was 10 months. And the third time was 6 months. Still should have probably been 10. Who knows? But I'm learning every day. It is my purest passion to do this type of work. Of course, I love my educational programs, but now I'm really in a season of working with my peers, especially movement professionals, on how to be successful online because I know that the world needs their gifts and they know that the world needs their gifts as well, but they're not sure where to start, what to do, how it all works. I'm a very transparent person. Everyone in my program knows the dollars and the time and all the things that I do to run my business. And I've learned a lot in the last 3 years, technically 2 years, but that's besides the point. Okay. So this inspiration here was the question in the group because it's an online business program, right? Here's where I'm at. What's the point anymore? Does anyone even care? And I was thinking about it going, oh man, because I've just so been there. It makes me think of this. About 100 years ago, I took a bunch of courses with this educational company called Landmark Education. And one thing they taught me was your feelings have nothing to do with what you promised you would do. So your feelings have nothing to do with honoring your word, is I think how they put it. So what does that mean? You can feel resentful, tired, angry, sad, disappointed, but you promised someone you would show up for a coffee date at 12 o'clock, right? That's a little late for coffee. Let's go for 10. So I feel this way, but I promised I would be here at 10. So you be there at 10. You don't cancel because you feel a certain way. I mean, you could if you needed like a mental health day, right? But you kind of get where I'm going with this is it's kind of like exercise. If you told yourself and promised another person or a group of people, I train and lift heavy on Tuesdays, Thursdays at 8 o'clock, you show up no matter what because 200 pounds is always 200 pounds. 8 o'clock is 8 o'clock. Frankly, no one really cares if you're tired or angry or hungover or fully rested or in a good mood. You said you'd be there, so just be there, right? So it's kind of making me think in this line of thinking of what's the point of posting anymore? Does anyone care what I have to say? You have to be connected to your why, and you have to be connected to exactly who you're talking to. So vagueness is in the amygdala, right? We don't like it there. The amygdala is like, ah! Clarity is in here, the prefrontal cortex. If you're too vague and you don't know who you're talking to and you don't know what your message is and you don't even know why you're online, it's not going to go well. So, first of all, we have to work on that, right? Who are you talking to? So, who do you help and how do you help them? Right this second, you should be able to answer those questions. Okay, I'll give you a moment. If you're an online business owner, who do you help and how do you help them? If you can answer those two things, being online will be easier for you. The more vague your audience, the less effective you'll be. the more vague you're offering, the less effective you'll be. Okay. So I tell my peers that are students, that are my colleagues, that are my friends, don't deviate. If you say to me, you're going to post every Monday at 12 o'clock, you freaking post every Monday at 12 o'clock. Don't deviate. Don't make up all these stories that will get in your way that are valid. Okay. There are so many valid reasons why you should not do what you said and honor your word. My dog threw up and ate my homework. My tire's flat. I didn't sleep last night because my 2.5-year-old was kicking me in the face. There's so many valid reasons for you to say, like, I'm not going to do the post on Monday at 12. But you said you would. So honor your word and don't deviate. Be a person that honors their word. That is separate from how you feel. Okay. You're allowed to feel sad or tired or angry or going through something. Obviously, I'm not talking about an emergency where you have to like grieve. You guys get what I'm saying. I mean, in the general sense of stories that get in your way of what you promised you said you would do. So with exercise, you show up because you said you would. With posting, you do it because you said you would, and you don't deviate. It's your job. For me, social media is my job. You're not going to see pictures of my kids online. I'm not going to talk to you about, I'm specifically my Missy Bunch 15 account. It has one goal, and that's for you to be educated on why neurology matters and why you should care, and where you learn the solution to all of your problems are in my mentorship, right? So that's my job. It's part of my job. In my mind, it's a free way to connect to your target audience. Without social media, what do you have to do to connect with your target audience? I remember when you could get a list of people you could cold call. You could hire a PR firm for like $4,000 to like market for you. And like it to me, especially if you're someone like me who comes from nothing, there's no excuse because it's free. Try and learn and fail and learn and grow and fail and try and learn, right? Still to this day, with 240,000 followers, you know how many posts I do that are just a total bust and like no one sees? I'm not like, oh my gosh, I suck. I should quit my job and I hate everybody and everybody hates me. Like, no, this post got 3 likes and 50 views. Well, whose fault is that? It to me, it's just data. I look at it, I'm like, wow, that post did not do well. Like I actually thought I had a carousel go out today. I thought it was really good. I was like, people are gonna save this. This is awesome. And it was a total flop. And I'm just like, now at this point, I'm like, wow, that's really interesting. It's not personal. I'm not gonna delete it. It's just there because you're building up your Spotify playlist, right? So you want to think of your Instagram as like a Spotify playlist. Someone goes to your page for a certain style of music, right? I listen to country. So if I were to go to Country Love Songs 2025 on Spotify and I hit play and Metallica came on, would I be very happy? The answer is no, I would not. I do not like that kind of music. It gives me anxiety. So think of it like that with your account or your YouTube or your LinkedIn. It's all in the same playlist, like a Spotify playlist. So if I go to your account and you tell me you are a yoga instructor who specializes in somatic breath work, and I pick my phone up and go, cool, what's your handle? And then I look at your feed and it's like all of your dog's face, recipes on pancakes, and nothing about somatic breath work, I instantly will not follow you and I instantly now no longer trust you. And that's just really unfortunate, but it is true, right? And please nod your head if you're listening to this, especially like if you're in a car, like, yeah, she's right. That is what happens. We have 3 seconds to show someone that we are who we say that we are. Your Instagram is a 9 square resume. So you tell someone, okay, I follow this chick, Missy. She's crazy. She's always talking about eyeballs and your tongue and smell and gargling. She's so weird. But every time I do her exercises, they work. It's just the weirdest thing. So I'm going to send you her profile. Check her out. Okay. So your friend opens their phone, looks at my Instagram, and actually there is a bunch of eye exercises and tongue and weird neuro stuff. And they're like, whoa, she's done a freaking crap ton of these posts, like over 5,000 of them. That person immediately will know, like, and trust that account. Mine is this example, simply because I am who I said I am. That's it. If you say you're a dog walker, you better believe your account should be full of like dogs and walking. So in my mentorship program, if you come into my mentorship program, right, you say, yay, I want to learn Missy's education, get a taste of the basics of neurology. Cool. You pass my quiz, then I review it, and then I put you on my referral directory, which, if you didn't know this, I get a lot of DMs for referrals, okay? Because I don't take clients anymore. I say, hey, here's a whole list of people that would love to work with you. Go ahead and contact them. And what had happened was about a month ago, I want to say, I referred 2 people from my list. I picked their names out based on what the person wanted. It was very specific. I was like, cool, reach out to these 2 people. They'll be your better fit. No joke. This person wrote me back, the client, and said, I checked out so-and-so's profile and there was a huge, she used these words, red flag. There was no neuro on her account. It was all yoga. Huge red flag, Missy. I'm sorry. It's not a great fit. And my jaw dropped. I was like, because I know that the person that only had yoga info on her account is like really, really good at neuro. So then I post in my private Facebook group, I say, hey guys, just a heads up. If you want to be known for neuro and you want referrals for neuro stuff, you might want to consider showing that on your online presence, social media platforms, right? And a couple people were like, "Ooh, you right, girl, you right." They were like, "I use neuro every day. I talk about it all the time, but I don't post about it, and I don't know why." And I'm like, "Okay, well." A client just literally said the words red flag to me and didn't hire you because you had no neuro posts, but you're on my directory. So I'm not a yoga first of all, I love yoga. I do yoga all the time and I have for like 20 years. But what I'm saying is I'm not a yoga person from the professional sense. Like, I'm not referring yogis for yoga, right? I'm referring movement professionals that know the basics of neurology to help you in unconventional ways that no one else could. So here's a list of those people. And if it doesn't line up, there's no like and trust factor on that client's end. Okay. So I wanted to just bring this to light and really showcase to you that being online is a choice. If you hate it, don't do it. If you hate it, delete the apps. It's all good. Be like it. If you want to run an online business through email, that would be really amazing and really effective. Me, I'm not a great writer. Straight up. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm better at video. It's easier for me. It just is. Me trying to write out what I'm trying to say. Oh, God, help me. Okay. So back to the point of like, what's the point of posting? Does anyone care about what I have to say? If you know who you help and how you help them, you're going to be okay. Just don't deviate from the plan. Your feelings have nothing to do with what you said you would do. If you promised every Monday at 12 a post was going to go out to your ideal target audience, you get that post out. Here's the magical, wonderful thing about Instagram right now. You can schedule posts out. You could actually sit down while you're having a bowel movement on a Sunday, make 4 pieces of content and schedule them out for the next 4 Mondays at 12. And then put your phone away and don't check it for a month. Great, fantastic. Not a great strategy for sales, but you know what? You got the post out because you said you would. So don't make it harder than it has to be. I just got off a call yesterday with someone. She's like, I just don't know what to film. It's just, I'm filming. And I was like, take your iPhone out right now, pull out the Notes app, and invite people to your masterclass. Just say, hey, I have a masterclass on this date and time. I hope you come. Reach out to me with questions. Here's the right? Screenshot the note that you made in the iPhone and post it. There's a post. You don't have to make this complicated. If you want, delete the note that you just wrote and then write another one and screenshot that. Do another one and say, this is why I made the masterclass. I want you to join me for this, this, and this. You could make a 10-slide carousel in your iPhone notes while you're on the toilet. Write the captions with voice to text, edit it, schedule it out, put your phone away, and then be present with your family or whoever you're not wanting to be on the phone for, right? So the point of you posting is to make a difference for people in a way that you were not made a difference for. That's why we're all doing our job, right? Something happened. We don't get into the movement industry because everything went really, really well. If you don't showcase your gifts that were given to you, you're leaving the world in a worse off place than if you shared your skills and your gifts, right? There are a very specific amount of people that really, really, really need you. And you are withholding your skills with them and your talent and your gifts because of what? You don't feel like it? And on the other side of things, like on the more masculine side, you're not making money either, right? So not only is the world worse off, your bank account's worse off too, okay? So help more people, make a bigger impact while making a big income. It's very possible. Pointing to myself, right? I hope that I can show you through example, leadership, through walking the talk, that it's possible for you. That's the whole point of the podcast, because I want you to know you can do it and you're not alone, and there's no one that can deliver your message better than you. There are so many people with the same amount of credentials and the same exact credentials as I have that tell what I tell in a completely different way. Props to you, okay? Missy has like a whole thing. I teach the way I wish I was taught. And also, I'm not everyone's cup of tea. Why? Because I'm freaking authentic. I'm loud. I'm in your face. I'm whatever. I don't know, female, short, pregnant. And that might not work for certain people. Okay, I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to the people that I make a difference for, right? So I just got off a podcast with a friend of mine, and it's like, if you want to see like a if you want to see a Western medicine medical doctor who has 3 PhDs and a white coat and can prescribe you drugs and all the things, go ahead. Like, that's what they're there for. They're not going anywhere. I love doctors. I have so many doctors that are friends. Doctors saved my sister's life, okay? Like, yeah, I'm not that, right? I'm not a medical professional and I don't want to be by choice. I love doing 50-minute consults and spending time with the clients that I work with and thinking outside the box and whatever it is. And if I took a different path that I have thought about many, many, many times in my life, I wouldn't be able to serve the way that I serve. I would serve the way that they serve. And then you would get those kinds of results, right? So my deal is like, if I'm not your tribe, boo, swipe on. Peace out. Go find your tribe. It ain't me. I like to have fun while I'm going through the healing journey with people, and I like to have fun learning about business. If you don't want that, that's all good. So I have the question written down on this notebook. So when it comes to like those thoughts of like, what's the point? Does anyone care? To be honest with you, those thoughts don't go away. If anyone tells you that those thoughts go away, they are delusional. Still to this day, I think to myself, like, what am I doing? Should I change careers? I'm horrible at this. Someone else has 1 million followers and I only have 200 and blah, 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 and this and that. And then it's like, you know what, Missy? Who are you doing this for? What's it for? It's to make the world a better place, one brain at a time. Why? Right? Because everyone has a brain. And maybe you've gone down a path where no one has helped before and no one's looked at your higher order systems like your eyes, inner ear, or brainstem. I know no one did for me. That's why I'm here, right? So that's all for today. I love you. Don't deviate. Honor your word, and you will do a really great job. And you are doing a really great job. You're allowed to take breaks. After launches, I'm hungover for like a month, and I'm okay with it. And I know that you cannot be 100% of yourself 100% of the time, right? So it's okay to ebb and flow and design your business with energetic alignment, especially your work week. You want to have a chill Friday? Well, front load on Monday. Cool. What days do I film on? I typically film on Fridays because that's the day I wear makeup. Energetic alignment, right? Wednesdays, I don't see other humans, so I don't have to look anyway. Oh, I love it so much. Okay, I'm on another tangent. Energetic alignment for your business schedule is a whole nother podcast. DM me if you have any questions or want me to cover a specific topic. Again, I love you. Don't deviate. Honor your word. Stay the course. Observe the data that you receive and just learn and grow and fail and learn and grow and fail. I love you. See you next time.